Right, I'm using an old martial arts belt. They're incredibly strong and they're incredibly cheap. I'm using this as a multi-purpose anchor, right? So I'm using that. You could use, if you've got some kind of really, really strong, it has to be strong, cord or anything that you can use that you know it's not going to snap, you have to know it's not going to snap, then you can use that. And it gives me the ability to anchor to numerous things very, very easily and very effectively. Right, and then you've seen them. If you've been on Facebook, you've seen them. There they are, massive, big bodybuilders pumping out the weights on these things. And you know what? I always knocked these before I found myself in the situation that I'm in. And because I could literally buy virtually no kit online because everyone's bought it, this is what I had to deal with. Now, this one cost me the prime sum of £10 on Amazon. £10. And you can change these different resistance bands, give you different amounts of strength. So they're harder to push. The more you add on, the harder they get, and they're all different strengths. So what you have to do is, first of all, part of your learning, if you like, if you're new to this, will be to just experiment with the bands. Do this workout a couple of times with incredibly light bands and just work on the technique. And then when you feel you've nailed it, then increase the weight, just, perfect your technique and just get better and better and stronger. This routine that I'm giving you takes 31 minutes from start to finish, with a 5-minute warm-up and a 5-minute stretch at the end included. It does one exercise for your chest, one for your upper back, one for your shoulders, one for your biceps, one for your triceps, and 2 for your legs. I haven't included any specific core work. I will do a follow-up video at some point running through ab routines and ab exercises that you might want to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all hook up my lovely karate belt. These kits come with a door anchor, by the way, so you can actually use them indoors very effectively. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sling that through there. And that is my gym machine for today, and it works. An absolute treat. It's brilliant. Also, I'm training outdoors today because it's beautiful. You can do this routine indoors, no problem at all. No problem at all. Might be a bit sweaty, but that's fine. Make sure you've got some kind of fluid all the time. And I'm just going to kick off. So I'm going to start off with a 5-minute warm-up. You can I'll try and run you through the exercises that I'm doing through my puff-in, and we'll see how it goes. So the timer that I'm using is Seconds Pro. This is a really, really good timer, pro level timer. If you want to do some HIIT training, it's a brilliant, brilliant app. So first of all, I'm just going to roll from side to side like this, just to loosen up my mid area, my core, the spine, hips. And what I'm doing is I'm going up on each foot, twisting round to protect my knee joint. So I don't want to put any stress on my knee joint. So I'm just gently turning from side to side. Cool. Bit of mobilization. Then I'm just going to roll my shoulders, free up my shoulders. So I'm going all the way around, front to back, opening up my shoulders. And then I'm going to roll them the other way. Superb. I'm going to take my arms up and just as bigger circles as feels comfortable. If it's too much, just reduce it a bit. And I'm going to go the other way around. Superb. I'm going to start a little bit of jogging. So nothing major. It's a resistance workout. I'm not aiming for like a cardio HIIT session or anything like that. So although my heart rate might go high, it's not going to be as dramatic as if I was doing a HIIT session or a very high cardio session. So what I'm going to do now is butt kicks. I'm going to turn sideways and split your butt like that. That's it, flick your heels up. Cool. I'm going to go to the front. Just going to side to side hop. And I'm going to imagine I'm doing a bit of boxing. There we go. So loosening up the shoulders. Trying to work the same muscles as if you were when you're doing the actual workout. I'm going to punch up to the ceiling now. Excellent. Then I'm going to go into star jumps. So we're looking for mobility as you do the jump. Feet go out and in. Try to get your hands to touch over the top. Get that shoulder mobility. That's dramatic. We'll keep going. Excellent. Going to bounce again. Superb. Just going to raise up to the front. If you want to keep your shoulders mobile, use the arms as well. So my pulse is going up a bit and I'm mobilising my joints. It's very warm today, so my joints are going to be much more pliable than if it was cold. Cool. And I'm going to do some hip mobilisation. 2 to that side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Same again, the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent. Shake it out. Lastly, I'm going to stretch up. I'm going to reach down, try and touch my toes. If you need to bend your legs, bend them. I'm going to walk out, keeping my core tight. I'm going to walk back up, try to keep my legs as straight as possible so I get stretching my hamstrings. Reach over, reach round, back flat, reach for your toes, walk out. So how flexible you are is going to be a major thing as to how well you do those. If you can't do it like that, just bend your legs, go out, bend your legs, come back. You're still going to get something out of it, but ultimately we want to try and work on that flexibility. Out, tight core, all the way back, and over. Right, little bit puffy, little bit stretched. So we've got about 45 seconds. We're going to go into the first exercise. First exercise is chest press. Works your pectoralis major, chest muscles. And all you do is you push forward, but you also reach across with the straps. I'm going to do it each set. I'm going to try and get a different angle so you can see get a better picture of what I'm doing. But I'm basically going to be pulling the weight back, dropping the shoulders, keeping my arms down, pushing forwards, and then when I get to there, pushing right across because your chest goes all the way round. Okay, so there goes the timer. We're off. Going to do 40 seconds. Got my straps, lean forward, push, and then take it across, come back, push, take it across, and come back, push, take it across, and come back. The thing to remember while you're doing this is I've got all of the bands on at the moment, but that doesn't mean I can't make it harder just by moving further away from the anchor point, because then the bands are going to be pre-stretched and you're going to get much harder workout. Excellent, so that's set 1. We've only got 20 seconds before set 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out that way, off my stage, so you can see a bit better what it looks like from front. I'm in position. Cool, so I push forwards and I squeeze across. That extra squeeze tends to get missed out in a lot of chest routines, but by doing this, the benefit of using this system with the bands is you can not only go forwards, but you can take it right round. Here we go, look. Keeping the tension on the muscles. So we're not looking for major speed. You're going to be going for 40 seconds. Try and make the muscles do as much work in that time as you can. Cool. So you sit it from the front, you sit it from the side. I'm going back to the side. We've got 20 seconds between each one, remember. So this was for your chest. Right. I've stretched. And I go forward and squeeze across. Come back. Go forward and squeeze across. Out full range, squeeze. Let it go back. If you're finding you're getting any pain in your shoulders, then reduce the range on the way back. Because it might be you're putting a bit of stress on the shoulder capsule by taking the stretch too far back, like that. So just like that. Squeeze. Take it back. Squeeze. Take it back. Squeeze. Excellent. Chest. Whenever you do any push-in movements, not only does it work the muscle that you're working, in this case the chest, but it also works the back of your arms, your triceps. So if you're into the bingo wing thing, if you think you've got bingo wings, I believe that's the phrase, it can help tone up your triceps with press-ups and chest exercises, shoulder exercises. They all make your triceps work. Right, so this one's for your upper back, your lats, ease. And this one also works your biceps. So, get a nice stretch on, full long arms, body tight, and squeeze it back. Take it out, squeeze. So we're looking for stretch here, and squeeze here. But you're having to dig in with the feet, so that you don't fall over. You want to stick your chest up like you're proud, pull your arms back. Almost imagine you're trying to fold your elbows round your back. Keep it quite low, yeah? We're not going up high, just pulling it. That's good. Feel the stretch. If you want to hold it for a second, that there, it's going to make it a little bit harder. Cool. We breathe. Excellent. So I'm coming out this way, just so you see it from a different angle. 20 seconds is going to be up. I've got my tension. I'm digging in. And I pull. That's good. And I pull. So I get my chest up. I try to keep my body static. I keep my abs, abdominals, tummy muscles nice and tight. I stretch out. I pull back. I stretch out. I pull back. So remember, pulling back, fold those elbows around your back. Or imagine that you're doing that. Try and engage the right muscles. That's brilliant. Superb. So set 2 is done. Remember, because we're only having a 20-second rest, each of those sets really has an impact, really builds up. So I'm going to go it this way this time. Slightly different angle again. Same exercise, just so you can see what I'm up to. Okay, digged it, I'm digging in, and I row. So you can see how that karate belt is anchored round that nice convenient stone pillar. It might be you haven't got a convenient stone pillar, but if you haven't, you might have something else that's equally effective. And remember, I could do the door anchor. I've got a nice door behind me. The door anchor, you just put in the door, shut the door up, and you're good to go. So I pull, hold, come back, pull, hold, come back, pull. Brilliant. 3 sets. Boom, done. Shoulders next. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these. So, I'm getting rid of that one. Getting rid of that one. Getting rid of that one. Because it's surprising how hard this is. 1, 2. Am I going to have time before the timer goes off? Maybe. Cool. So, I'll put 1 foot on here. Put my arms up here. And I'm going to push all the way to the top and control it down. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to stare at your hands. You look up in the air at your hands. It's going to promote bad form. You're going to lean back, put a lot of pressure on your lower back. You don't want to do that. So keep your head forward, nice neutral position. Keep your abdominals tight and really squeeze your bum. Because squeezing that bum helps you to get a sort of rigidity in your core. Push, bring it down. Push, bring it down. Push. Excellent, good work. Whew. Right, so I'm going to go sideways on so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put 1 foot centre, make sure you're centre so they've got equal amount of stretch. Put it into the sides, keeping my head neutral. I push it up and I take it down. Push it up and take it down. Keep a nice, good, strong grip on the grips, on the hands, because it's really embarrassing if they fly out of your hands. Hopefully nobody will be watching when that happens to you, or if it happens to you. If it happens on this video, I'll edit it out. All the way up, take it down. See how I'm keeping the movement flowing? I'm not trying to have too much downtime. And what I mean by downtime is I don't want to be going like this. Push, rest, rest, rest. Push, rest, rest. That's dead. You need to keep it moving if you can, yeah? Time under tension. That we're set at 40-second rounds. I'm trying to keep you under tension for 40 seconds. So we're here, up and down. There's been various scientific studies done that recommend around 40 seconds or more. Time under tension. Stretching up. I will say, even though this band's light, I'm proper killing now. So ignore my grimace. Remember, if you're doing this the first time, set the band light. So what you might have noticed is when I was talking about downtime, as I was getting tired, I was holding it down there longer. Right, what's the next one? Bicep curls. Bicep curls. I could probably go heavier on this, even though I've got quite puny biceps. I'm going to stand on here. I'm going to stand with both feet, give it a bit more, shorten the band a little bit, because I know I'm going to be able to curl these. First set I'm going to do head on. So we got about 30 seconds to change over between exercises. So we squeeze it up and we take it down. We squeeze it up and we take it down. Squeeze, stretch. Try to keep your elbows fixed in at your sides. Try not to hold it at the bottom too long where it's less heavy. The band's not giving so much effect. It's at its strongest about here, that halfway point. That's when your lever is the longest, and that's the point where the weight has its most impact. Also, the thing about bands is that as you get higher up, they get harder to lever. So you got a double whammy on bands, because that's your longer lever point, so it's heaviest there in theory, but keeps getting heavier as it goes up, so it almost makes up for that bit where it would get easier if you were using dumbbells. Right, now I'm going on to the side view, and you can see how my arms are keeping my elbows in and I'm coming up. Remember what I said with the shoulder exercise about squeezing your glutes, keeping your abs tight? It's the same on this one. In fact, it's the same on a lot of exercises, because you want your biceps to be doing the work. You want your biceps to get stronger. So the only way that's going to happen is by getting as much of the work into those biceps and holding that tension on for as long as you can. Bam. Set 2. I'm only doing 2 sets for my biceps. Why? Because the biceps work on other exercises, the triceps work on other exercises. And that's so, leave them at the end of the upper body workout, because they've almost been pre-tired out, pre-exhausted by the exercise, the other exercises you've done. So, what I'm going to do now is my triceps. So your biceps, they help you in any movement where you're pulling something. Your triceps help you in any movement where you're pushing something. So I'm going to put my hands up here, I'm going to take them back and bend my arms as far as I can, and then I'm going to push it all the way out till they're straight. Now that's a bit easy for me, so I'm going to step forward a bit. I've got more bands, so I could, if I wanted to, make it considerably heavier. What you've got to remember, if you increase your weight, you've got to be honest with yourself as to whether you're ready to increase the weight yet. Increasing the weight is a good thing, but if you increase the weight and then you do the technique badly, you don't go all the way back, in this case, like right back here, and all the way out, it's an indicator that you really can't work that heavy. Cool. So we're looking for them to go right back here. And then as you push, they're working, and then they fight you on the way back as well, so it's working both ways. Right, set 2, final set. We're only doing 2 for the triceps. So I get a nice stretch, I come all the way back as far as I can, and I'm trying it as much as I can. I'm going to walk out so that you can see me a bit better, to keep my elbows forwards. Forwards. Like so. Stretched, contracted, stretched, and contract, stretch, and contract, stretch, contract. Awesome. Probably not the best way to let them go back because of my shoulders. So, what have we done? We've done one for our chest, we've done one for our upper back, so push, pull. We've done one for our biceps, pull, one for our triceps, push, and one for our shoulders, push. Right, a couple of leg ones. Nice, easy, they're easy. Well, I say easy, you can make, anything can be easy, and anything can be hard, depends on your approach to doing it. So I'm going to stand sideways on for this first one, I'm going to squat, and then I'm going to push my leg back straight. When I push my leg back straight, it works my glutes, okay? So I'm going to squat, drive the leg back, squat, drive the leg back, squat. So we're working the quads, and we're working the glutes. And you can go faster, if you're capable. You can go lower, but the key point, try and keep that back nice and neutral. And what I mean by neutral is whatever your position, your natural back position is, if you look in the mirror, sideways on, look at your back position, you want to keep that position throughout the movement. It doesn't want to go like this. Also, it doesn't want to go too much like this. Just natural, whatever your natural back position is. The lower you go, the more quads you're going to work, but not at the expense of your back rounding. Okay, so from the front, I squat, I push back one leg, I squat, I push back one leg, squat, push. Think about keeping your chest elevated. Some people, when they do these squats, they like to put their hands by their ears. Some people like to put their hands behind their head. Some people like to put their hands on their hips. Some people like to put their hands up front. You do what feels right for you. See, I'm doing a different now, though. Awesome. So, quads, glutes. Not designed to be super intense, even though I'm puffing like a train. Not designed to be super intense, but you can add weights. You can put weights in your hands if you're lucky enough to have some weights. Right, back to the other way. So squat, glute, squat. The glutes, pull that straight leg back. Glutes do it, yeah? Quads, glutes, quads, glutes, quads, glutes, all in the same leg then. So each time you come up, try to do the opposite leg. Test your memory. Oh, beautiful day today, it's amazing. I'm absolutely boiling. Quads, glutes. Next one, reverse alternating lunge with a hip drive, with a hip flexor, bringing the knee up. Just for an added little bit of movement. Also it helps with your balance. So I'll do it from the front first. No, I won't. I'll do it from the side first. I think you'll benefit from the side view. When I do it, I want to keep a nice angle there. I don't want to be over like that, yeah? I want to keep my back as upright as possible, okay? Right leg first. Down, lift. Other leg, down, lift. So if you lift, you've got that added work with the hip flexor. You've also got the balance issue. Pound to a penny, I will fall over at some point. Whoops, there it was. Guys, give me a break, I'm 98. Up. Whoa. Another thing, when you lunge, a lot of people are lunging down, kneeling on the floor. That's fine, but keep in mind, if you're tired, banging your knee incessantly on the floor, it's never a good thing. Also, going back to the second round, also, every time you kneel on the floor, you're actually taking the load off the muscle, just for a split second. So you've got to weigh up, which is most important to you. Is that extra ½ an inch of range to get your knee to touch the floor more important? Is the time under tension more important? It's up to you. But even if you're not going for the knee touch on the floor, get as close as you can, because that range does matter. Whoa. Well done. Last round. I'll go the other way. I'm puffing. My mic, I've got a speaker there, and you can hear all my... What can you do? I'm new to this. So, back, lift. Leg, down, lift. I want to make it even, hold it there for a second. Lift. Lift. Do a couple of pulses. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. There's all sorts of ways that you can make it harder, even if you haven't got any weights. Of course, you can always extend the time. Maybe go up to a minute. 30 seconds rest. Whoa. Happy days. Right, so that's your workout. 30 seconds on each of these stretches. Chest stretch. Hands on the back, elbows back, chest up. Head and neck, neutral. That's good. So we're opening up the chest, front of the shoulders. Good. Upper back muscles now. So think about what we did when we worked out. We did a chest press. So then we did a chest stretch. We did an upper back work pull, row. And now we're pushing it out and stretching those muscles. Only for 30 seconds, real basic. And then we did the shoulders, didn't we? We did a shoulder press. So what I'm going to do is a rear delt stretch. I'm going to take one arm across like this, keeping my shoulder down if I can, keeping the arm straight, just pulling across. Doesn't matter if you do your right first or your left first. You're going to do both. Looks like this from the side, looks like this from the back. Head and neck neutral, remember, if you can. Cool, so same thing, other arm, nice and straight, take it across your body, it's going across there, pull. Stretching the back of your shoulder. Head and neck nice and neutral. That means just natural position. I'm going to turn around this way, side arm, that's what it looks like from the side. We go from the back, that's what it looks like from the back. So, shoulders. Next one. Back of your arm, triceps. Up to the top, reach down the back, take hold of your elbow and pull. Reaching down as low as you can. So it looks like that from the back, looks like that from the side, looks like that from the front. I just realised I've got my shades on. I've had my shades on the whole workout. Don't usually train with my shades. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Other arm. Well, I do train with my shades on. Not when I'm at the gym though. So, that's what it looks like from the back. That's what it looks like from the side. That's what it looks like from the front. Try and keep your head neutral. I see a reflection of myself and realise I'm not doing what I tell you. Cool. Shake it out. Wicked. So, hamstring stretch. Lay on the back. No, we go quads. We go quads because it makes sense, right? So quad stretch. It'll all make sense in the end. There's always a plan. Cool, so you lift your heel up, take there, try to keep your knees close together, stand tall, pull your heel right up. Just another balancey one. I always say you can tell how old you are by how quickly you fall over. If you fall over quick, you're very old. Not really, it doesn't matter. You can use a wall if you need to, but have a wall on standby, but try not to use it, because that's good for your balance, and that's another element of your fitness that people need to take into account. Okay, last one I'm going to do for the back of my legs. That last one was for my quads, the front of my legs. This is for the back of my legs. It can be flat down, or it can be bent. This one, straighten it as much as you can. Hold on to sort of your calf, and just pull. The thing to remember is if your hip starts lifting off the floor, that's a sign that you're not as flexible as you like to be. Around the other leg. This one comes up. Hold there. Gently pull back. So you need to be trying to feel a stretch, just slight tension in the back of your leg, upper leg. The more you bend this leg, the higher you'll have to pull it, or the less you're going to feel it. So try to keep the leg as straight as you can. And that is the workout, and that's why we do the hamstrings last, because we can go if we're tired, maybe have a little sunbathe. Anyway, So that's the workout. Very simple, very straightforward, showing you from lots of different angles, showing you the time that you need to do it for. It's very basic. It hasn't got any core particularly, even though you do activate your core in all of the exercises you do, if you're doing it right. You need to keep that tension, a little bit of tension in your abdominals, because it helps to protect your back. It's very simple exercise. The outlay for you, if you've never trained and you're thinking maybe you want to go to a gym at some point, the outlay was £10 on Amazon. Tap in resistance bands, choose some you like. They were £10, they could go up and up and up and up. You don't necessarily get more for your money. So if you want to go for the really expensive ones, go for the really expensive ones. If you want to go for the middle ones, go for the middle ones. And really, you could get a good one or a bad one at any price point. So I've had a couple now, 2 sets that were in like the 20 odd pounds, and they burnt out. I sent them back. This one that I've had for a short time, £10. It seems to be doing absolutely fine. So yeah, it's no indication of quality how much you pay on these bands. And there's so much you can do with them. So what I'm hoping to do is make a whole load of videos with different routines. I'll try and keep to this format just for a while and change the exercises around. But if you want to add any, put some comments down, say what you would like to do. If you've got questions or anything really, just send me a little chat or whatever it is on YouTube or whatever platform you see this video on, and we can chat. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I look forward to your feedback.